want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Make no bones about it. I mean, the goal is to win, and the goal is to be competitive in the Big Ten, and the goal is to be competitive in the Big Ten in 2026.
Is Wisconsin equivalent with Rutgers now? Like, seriously, Maryland and Rutgers, I think, are the two teams that are probably close to being there.
It's not limited to wins and losses.
They lost track of the fact that they're now below Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Iowa. Like, they are the dregs of the Big Ten right now.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light at the Mountains of Blue. You know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. Jeez, who's messing with my sound? I'm Jim Rutledge, live at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, alongside Molly Brown and Primetime Wollersheim. And when we start the show, it is right on time. I'm sure all of our fans were wondering, where in the world is Jim, Matt, and Molly? Well, Matt won't be on for through today and all of next week. Hopefully he is qualifying to represent Team USA at the Worlds and then next the Olympics. Molly Brown and I have a debate, Ryan, that we need you to help settle. And you can chime in on this, 844-770-3776. That's the Carbos Talking text line. List is more. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And we are obviously late. And here's what happened, Ryan.
Jim, you've never been late in your life.
I've never been late to a show in my life.
I'm not. No, that.
When have I been late to a show?
No.
Why are you higher up than me? I don't like
I
this.
don't know. I feel like I'm like looking down on you guys.
So we had 3 different chair options, and I was like,
I just
all
went
right,
down. It's
the
fine.
highest
Thank you.
chair I
Thank
feel
you for
like
going
Molly should sit in. I feel like that'll be the most even, but it didn't work at all.
Makes me feel like I have like power, and I don't like having
You don't
power.
like being in charge? No?
Okay.
All right.
Good.
So,
You wouldn't like being Chris McIntosh, apparently.
no.
No, but I might be better at being the athletic director.
And we
Not
will
limited to
absolutely
wins
get into
and
Chris
losses.
McIntosh. We also have DL Hughley on the show later. We have Melvin Gordon joining the show later.
Big show.
We got a big show, and we're late. But so here's what happened, Ryan. We left on time. I went down to my Big Blue truck from Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb, only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simon Chevy in Mount Horeb. So I went down to my Big Blue truck, and I realized, I'm like, I can't get in my truck. And my first thought was, that's weird. My keys, I don't even think it's possible to lock your keys in a new Silverado. But I was like, okay. So I went back upstairs, looked for the keys in the 2 spots I was at the office, and then went back down. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm screwed here. Molly said, do you want me to wait for you? I said, sure. So she was waiting for a little bit to see if I needed to get out to so she could drive us out to here.
I was waiting for like 10 or 15 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
Waiting, because if he needed a ride, okay, I'll get us there.
Well, you guys are the
time.
carpool, carpool
Yes,
show
and then he
hosts.
can
Like,
figure
it would
out.
have been perfect.
He can figure out his key situation later.
Right.
Like he could have somebody come pick him up here. He
Exactly.
whatever he has to do.
There's
Like,
options.
Molly,
Yes,
the option was you were
there's-
going to take me home.
No,
so,
that
yeah.
wasn't the option.
Nobody
That
was
wasn't the
coming.
option. No.
Nobody was coming to pick me up here.
You have a
Take me
spouse.
home
She can come
tonight.
pick you up from
No,
Ho Chunk
no.
and then take you to go get your keys, or you go home and find your spare key.
No,
Yes.
no. You are my co-host. You were going to drive me to Oregon. That was absolutely
I would have, because
the
I am
ask.
very nice.
Yes,
You're
you
right.
are. That was
I
absolutely
would've.
the ask. Absolutely the
But
ask.
then when I have to pick you up tomorrow for the tailgate
Yes,
too?
yes, exactly.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. No. So anyways, I call OnStar, and they unlock it. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'll be fine.
Whoa.
This is like,
OnStar's still a thing.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
yeah, well, here's the thing. I asked
Send it to your new
ChatGPT.
truck.
I'm like, I locked myself out. They're like, use the Chevy app. I'm like, do you think I use that app ever? So, like, I tried to log into that as I'm walking down the stairs. That's why I hadn't
Oh, no.
texted you or whatever, because I'm, like, trying to figure out, like, what the hell is this app? I log in, and it's my old truck. And I'm like, God! So I was like, I don't even know what login I have for the new truck. So I couldn't just unlock it with my phone.
Yeah.
And so then...
And then it's like Jim wasn't texting me. He said he was going to text me if he needed me, and I
For
was
sure.
like, okay, great, because otherwise I'm going to leave so I can get here on time and I'll start the show. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'll to you in 2 minutes. Instead of saying I'll call you in 2 minutes, he even said I'll to you in 2 minutes. I'm like, all right, he's under stress.
Yeah.
He's
To you in
he's-
2, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways.
Yes. So I open up my truck, I get in, and I hit the start button because I'm like, he's got to be in here somewhere. Like, I didn't see him. Nothing happens. So I push the button again. Nothing happens. I'm like, God, where are my keys? So then I call Molly. I'm like, go, because I can't just, like, have my keys out and about. So I was like, I got to find my keys.
Yeah,
so
fair.
go. So, Ryan, here's the question.
Leave me here.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
She was Rose on the Titanic table there, and she let me go.
Exactly.
I'm just thinking
I'll
of the
never
bottom.
let go.
Then she let go. But I told her to. So, Ryan, if you were going to leave how did you get to Ho-Chunk Game in Madison today?
I got here at
No.
3:30.
No, not way.
Oh, how?
How, yeah.
I drove myself.
No. What direction did you drive?
What roads
direction?
did you take?
Oh, well, so I did take John Nolan out of Madison because it is backed up recently because there's a lot of construction on that road.
Yep.
Thankfully, I just hit it at, like, the perfect times. I was able to get through. I actually went in the side lane where, like, all the way up to that intersection where you actually go between
North Shore.
Lake Monona and, yes, exactly. Right up until that intersection where you go between Lake Monona and Monona Bay, right? There's that little diversion. And there's one lane where you can only take a right. Thankfully, I was in that lane the entire time, and just as I was getting through the lights right before the main intersection, it turned red. So I'm just able to sneak into the very last car, and I skipped, like, maybe 10 minutes of waiting in a line, which I imagine is what you guys did.
Yeah, so you hit traffic at the perfect time. I did too. I hit traffic at the perfect time to be stopped in standstill traffic for like 15 minutes. And I don't take John Nolan ever. Like, I don't go that way. So since it's been shut down or whatever the hell they're doing, I haven't taken that way, like, in forever. And to usually get to Ho-Chunk, I take the same way that I take to get home, 30 or whatever the heck it's called, which is, like, the way to do it.
Sure.
I don't know why, but this time I decided to go John Nolan. And it was the worst decision because initially my ETA was, like, 3:53. I was like, great, plenty of time. I can get in, get out. We're good. Mm-hmm. And then it just, like, changes to, like, 4:05.
Oof. That's the worst feeling in the world. That is truly the worst feeling in the world when you are in your car and the GPS just goes, oh, wait, no, it's another 10 minutes.
Yep.
It's another 10 minutes.
Yep.
Also not a great feeling when you don't know where your keys are. So
That's
back to me
probably
trying
worse.
to track down my keys.
Yeah, Jim was the double whammy today.
So then I
for
went
sure.
back to, and I was like, all right, I'm going to retrace my steps. And shout out to Chad Hopper. He's like, you sure it was not in the studio? So I go back in the studio again because that's where I was sitting last before I left. And our studio chairs have obviously a black pleather cushion and then the black handles. And my black keys slid down because there's no key anymore. It's just the fob. So my black key fob slid right in the perfect spot in between the handle and the seat. So I didn't see it the first time. The only reason I even saw it the second time is I could see a little bit of silver from, like, the ring hanging out. And I grab my keys. I get my car. Now, when I go to Ho-Chunk Game in Madison, which is fairly regular, I never go down John Nolan. I go East Wash, take it to 30.
So the same way as Molly.
That's the way that I would have gone.
She would have been here on time because, Ryan, we walked in together, but that's because we walked. That's because we arrived at the exact same time. She left at 3:40, right?
Whatever time. No, I don't know. I'll look. Yeah, I don't know.
I left. I got here. She left about at least 10 minutes before I did.
Yeah,
the text I saw from Molly is that she was leaving around 3:40 and she was still waiting for Jim and that he was getting his keys. So, yeah, that timeline does match up.
Yeah, so I left around
so that's how bad the traffic was.
3:47, and I almost beat her here.
We walk in together.
Yes.
Like, that was how bad it was.
Oh.
So, what this all comes down to...
Almost like you guys carpooled.
Basically. What this comes down to is... This is all Jim's fault.
No, that's the question.
I would have been... Sorry.
No, 844-770-3776. The Carbon Talking text line. List is more. Whose fault is it that the show started late? Molly for going the wrong way, the Ho-Chunk Game in Madison, or for me, just I couldn't find my keys, like an innocent person who loses their keys.
An innocent person.
Like, I didn't make a wrong decision. Molly made a wrong decision and went the wrong way.
I was pulling out of our parking garage at 3:18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's 42 minutes before the show started.
And I would have been pulling out at the same time.
And, And so if I didn't have to wait for you, I would have been
But then I
right
told
on
you,
time
leave
or
me behind.
early.
Leave me behind.
No, you didn't. Not for like 20 minutes.
But
You're like, just
wait to the chopper.
Wait for me.
But if you had gone the right way.
Okay, but you told me to wait for you for like 15
Right, but
minutes.
that's because I'm an experienced host, and I know when the cutoff is. And I gave you the cutoff, and then you went the wrong direction.
No. But I shouldn't even have waited for you because then then I called you. I was like, do you want to just ride with me so then you can find your keys later? And you're like, well, no, I can't just leave my truck here. I'm
Well,
like,
the keys, God knows where my keys are.
I'm like, yes, you can. You can leave your truck here because, like I said, I would just give you a ride home.
But then are you going to pick me up and take me to the game?
I don't know.
I got to go to the Badger game tomorrow? You're going to take me home for the Badger game, too?
You got to get a spare key, and you got to figure it out. Like, we could have done it. We could have both been on time. We could have been perfect. It would have been great. Ryan wouldn't be mad at us. All the things.
844-770-3776. Whose fault is it?
I'm not
Ryan's
mad.
actually pretty chill.
You're
projecting a lot
You
onto
are
Ryan.
very chill, and I think it might be because you're not in the studio producing today. With
Yeah,
us on
I feel
site.
bad for Riley.
Riley,
Sorry, Riley.
you
Because-
are mad at us?
Yeah, Riley's for sure mad at us.
Nah, I'm
Riley?
good.
Riley doesn't care.
I told Jim when we were walking in, I was like, Ryan's going to be so pissed. Like, he's going to give us a stink eye. He's going to be mad.
I'm honestly just happy that you guys are here and that the show has started. Like, I'm glad we got it figured out and that we're a little late, but we're going to go a little long. Jason Wilde is now confirming that he's going to join at 4:45.
Beautiful.
So
Okay.
we got a little extra time to talk and react to Chris McIntosh and the BS, I don't know, the bull crap. What should we say that he said on Wilde and Tausch this morning? I will say, great interview by Wilde and Tausch.
Yep.
I
Well,
thought
they
they
asked
both,
great questions.
They asked great questions, and I thought they got some great answers, even though I thought Chris McIntosh, what he was saying was bullcrap. But they asked the right things, and they got the right answers. And there was one that stuck out to me. I don't know about you guys, but there was a very pointed question, I believe it was from Jason, asking if Chris McIntosh thought it was the right move to move on from Luke Fickell, would the program do it? And this was his response, Riley, if you have it ready.
Now I'm going to have to take a second to find it.
He'll
There's
take a
like-
second
there's
to
like-
find
there's
it.
like
Riley,
8
I
texts here.
am immensely disappointed. Not for me, not for Molly, not for the audience, but Ryan just grabbed the
He
bull
did.
by the
He
horns
did because he's mad at us.
That was awesome.
and set it up beautifully. Matt Hamilton is somewhere so jealous because Matt always wants to try to lead the show and set something up, and he is completely inept at it. And Ryan just steps in on the fly and absolutely crushes it. Because here's the other part of it. We're going to get to the Siding Unlimited poll question before the audio clip because the audio clip set up the Siding Unlimited poll question, and Ryan did such a good job of setting it up. So we're going to get to the audio clip after we ask the Siding Unlimited poll question, which is, do you believe that Badgers AD Chris McIntosh would fire Luke Fickell if he thought it was the right move? 844-770-3776. That's the Columbus Talking text line. List is more. Molly will monitor the Columbus Talking text line in a minute here. So that is our Siding Unlimited poll question. Would Mac move on from Fick if he actually thought it was the right move? So basically asking, is this just keeping Fick around, almost a game of chicken? Because remember, Evan Cohen said yesterday on our show, and you can listen back with the ESPN Wisconsin app, that he thinks that Fick might just leave on his own.
Okay.
So this would be more of like, you made this bet, Fick, you lay in it, or go find yourself another job.
I honestly don't know necessarily what I think Chris McIntosh would do. Like, I feel like, are we saying after the different letters and different statements have come out what he would do? Because now it's like he has to stick with them because you said it.
3 times.
Yeah, and you have no choice. I mean, you look dumb either way. I don't know if I can say that, but you look dumb either way.
I called him a coward yesterday. I think you can call him dumb.
It's fair, but
I
feel
think
like
that,
dumb
I think
just
all
sounds
of
a
those are
little bit
fair
Yeah.
characterizations, honestly.
mean. How would you answer this?
No. Because he wants to save face.
Well, what is saving face?
I think
because he went on in a different point of the interview to say that he cares immensely about this program. Like, he wants it to be the best it could be. Oh, yada, yada, yada.
It's all word
like,
salad. Do we have
exactly,
the
so
audio
it's
clip
like-
from Mac?
That we do.
All righty.
If I felt that there was a change that needed to be made, I wouldn't hesitate in making that change. This program means everything to me. I mean, this program changed my life. I have an intimate understanding of how important it is to not just our athletic department, but our university, to the state of Wisconsin, and personally to me and to the players that I played with and anybody that's ever put a helmet on in Camp Randall. I fully understand the importance of it. And if I felt that we needed a leadership change, I wouldn't hesitate. I just feel like the best path for us to position ourselves to be successful as soon as 2026 is with Luke Fickell as our head coach.
That might be the best answer from Molly there, but it feels
It's the best way to save money.
The only part of that I believe is the very last statement, that the best chance to set them up for success in 2026 is to keep Luke Fickell, because
Right.
going in, just having overhaul and change going into next season will always put you behind. Like, the best chance to win next year will be the status quo, because that way you don't have to reset and have like a 2-year buffer where you're just turning over the roster and getting in new players.
But right now is the way and the landscape of college football and college athletics, you can change a program incredibly quickly.
You
if
can
you get the money.
If you know what
Look
you're
at
doing.
Indiana.
Yes, but they know what they're doing. I don't think Chris McIntosh and the people making decisions at UW would be able to pull that off.
Okay, so
I don't
that's a bigger question then.
Exactly.
Like, if Chris McIntosh isn't capable of changing around a program like that in the same way that Indiana did, then he's not the right person for the job either.
And at the end,
it is a combination of just every single thing. It's a mountain of people that aren't in the right situation in order to make this program good.
And I think that goes to the point of the poll question, asking if Chris McIntosh thought that the right move was to fire Luke Fickell, would he do it? I don't think he would, because he knows that if he fires Fickell, he's gone too.
That's what I was just going to say.
They're absolutely tied at the hip, right? There's no way that they can't be. That was his hire. It was his first big move after taking over as athletic director from Barry Alvarez. And since then, everything has gone wrong. And since then, he hasn't shown any capability to be able to run an athletic department, run the football program, or run really any of the other programs other than men's basketball and women's volleyball and women's hockey and some of the great women's sports that we have here at UW. Other than that, almost everything's fallen to the wayside under his watch. And then the only thing he can really proclaim is that we're building this new indoor facility that's going to be amazing, and recruits will want to come here because we have actual facilities for only football. Essentially. Exactly. Forget cross country, track and field, all those award-winning sports, right? All of those are falling to the wayside too. So there's nothing that he is truly building up or that he's adapting to this current landscape. And yes, Wisconsin was way behind when he took over because for so long they were able to coast by in the Big Ten West and before the true NIL transfer portal era, and they still haven't caught up is the problem. It's been 3 years, and the people who have still been in charge for that span haven't changed anything. So what's to make us think that they're going to change anything in the next 3 years?
Jim, you have your hand up. What would you like to say?
No, I don't have my hand up. I do want to get to Mac talking about clarifying expectations about, the importance of winning football games. I do think that's important, so Riley can let us know when he has that ready. But everything Mac said during this interview, and Wilde Tausch did a great job. Wilde was awesome, and he asked really poignant questions. Mac, I just felt like lip service. It just felt like the definition of lip service or word salad.
I mean, what can he do, right?
But you can own it. Yeah. It's just he doesn't – what's this saying? Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. That's what Chris McIntosh is doing. We're not idiots, Chris. And if he just said, look, do I wish this was better? Yes. Does Luke Fickell wish this was better? Yes. Are we financially tied together? Yes. And that's what we're going to do moving forward is figure out how to win in this situation. Because I hired Luke Fickell, and I believe in Luke Fickell. Even though the results aren't there, I'm going to continue to back this up. There's something else you could say, even if it's just better word salad. It sounds like a chat GPT, even his tone.
Probably was. Even
his tone.
Maybe he did. Maybe he was putting the questions into chat GPT.
He made his own GPT of himself. That's what it was. That's why he couldn't join on video.
That's why he was on the phone.
Yeah. We would have seen it was a robot.
All right, Riley, can we hear Mac or maybe the chat GPT or Mac GPT? Is that what we should call it? Mac GPT?
That's just his new nickname.
Can we hear Mac GPT clarifying the expectations to win football games in 2026?
Make no bones about it. I mean, the goal is to win, and the goal is to be competitive in the Big Ten, and the goal is to be competitive in the Big Ten in 2026. I mean, there's no getting around it. The conversation that I was having with Jesse was a long conversation, and those 7 words may not align perfectly with the point or the direction of the conversation we're having, but the goal is to win. It always has been to win, and we've not shied away from those expectations that we embrace, that our fans embrace. Those expectations that Tausch and I were a part of creating a long time ago. I mean, that's what we're here to do. That's what our goal is. That's what our objective is.
Man, that is horrible. That was like a horrible answer. Because basically he said, I talked for a long time, and I can't be trusted to talk for a long time.
Do you remember when Luke Fickell was hired, and he said that the goal is to win championships? Mm-hmm. Now it's to stay competitive and stay competitive in the Big Ten. I get it. The Big Ten has transformed over the last couple of years.
They do have to reset their goals, yeah.
Yes. However, I think we all knew that the Big Ten was going to be changing before Luke Fickell was hired, so you knew that bigger and better competition was coming in. But it's just funny, like, oh, we need to remain competitive in the Big Ten. You need to remain competitive with Rutgers, with Maryland, with Iowa. I would say Illinois, but also they've been a top-ranked team this season, so that's
Illinois.
Tough,
Illinois is
Northwestern. You need to stay competitive with Northwestern. Like, those are the teams that you're competing. Purdue. You're not competing with Indiana. You're not competing with Michigan, Ohio State. No, those teams are elite compared to you. You are light years away from being able to compete with those teams.
844-770-3776. That's the Cardinals Talking text line. This is more our signing limited poll question. Do you believe that Badgers AD Chris McIntosh would fire Luke Fickell if he thought it was the right move? Which realistically, if you don't think firing Luke Fickell is the right move, then you kind of proved you don't belong in the job.
Michael from Janesville says, I think Chris McIntosh answered your question today by saying that he's sticking with Luke Fickell. Perhaps their thought is to use the money they would have to use for a buyout to recruit better players in 2026. I also believe that the athletic department dropped the ball with NIL, and now you're trying to play cleanup. Today's appearance with Chris McIntosh was nothing more than clearing up his mess he created. Oh, we're jumping because we got a lot of texts coming in.
I will
say 100% damage control to not to protect Luke Fickell, but to protect himself.
I will say, in response to the first texter saying that maybe that buyout money can be used to get recruits and better players and to retain players is one thing that McIntosh also talked about today in Wilde and Tausch. But when I think about it, it's like, who on the roster do you really have to retain other than Cooper Catalano, Mason Posa, and a few young freshmen, right? Like, there's not that much money that should need to be spent on that. And when it comes to going out and getting players who can help contribute to winning, they haven't shown the ability or the want to be able to do that since Luke Fickell got here. So why do we think that they'd be able to be effective in that even with better funds? Like, I don't think it's like the question of funds and whether or not they have the money to be competitive. I think they've been behind the eight ball on that for a lot of years. But at the same time, I still just do not trust the people making decisions and employing those resources to do it well. Like, I think that even like you said, Molly, like they just need to compete with Purdue and Maryland and Rutgers. I think if they even got the right players and started like putting out the money that they needed to get players, they would probably just get to that level. And then if we're just stuck at being Rutgers, Maryland, Purdue, 4 to 5 wins, at least we're not losing and we're making a bowl every other year at that point, right? Like that's probably where we would be. And then we're an every other year bowl program who we are just the team who we treated so many other Big Ten programs like every Saturday was just a party against these teams. It wasn't a real football game, right? Mm-hmm. It was just a good time and a tailgate and some entertainment.
You knew you were going to get a win.
Exactly. It was the easiest thing. It was the least stressful thing you could worry about. That's what Wisconsin is now for a lot of the programs that you listed up before.
Yeah, they're the laughing stock.
Yeah.
One, not only of the Big Ten, but of college football.
Yes.
Like they're not even a thought in teams' mind actually anymore, which is unbelievably sad. But I'm curious. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do we know how much money Wisconsin has put into players for NIL or anything? Because it's like you see the stories of Iowa's quarterback is getting paid $1 million.
That's kind of going rate for a starting quarterback in the Big Ten.
Which is totally fine.
Yeah.
If you're going to bring somebody in that's going to change your program, I mean, it's not like Iowa's going to be beating any of like the top 10 teams in the country.
But
they almost beat Indiana. But
they're a very competent, qualified program.
Yeah, but they're not an SEC
no,
elite
they're not to that
team.
level.
They're not, but they're a hell of a lot better than Wisconsin. We've talked about it before. We would all love to be Iowa at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like, who is the highest paid player that Wisconsin's had? I mean, I would assume it was Billy Edwards.
Or currently?
Like, currently, right now, Luke Fickell's arrow, anything. Because I feel like they're not, like, you don't hear any stories about players getting paid boatloads of money to come to Wisconsin.
And that's the thing is because they didn't add any impact transfers. The guys who they did, like the tight end who they got from Ball State, I believe, Tanner Koziel, was supposed to be a big-time contributor in his first year with the Badgers. He ends up transferring away during the winter. Same with Mark Hamper, another wide receiver who they got from the FCS level, who I believe played for Jason Eck, the guy who the Badgers should probably hire next at Idaho. And then he transfers away, and now he's at Cal, and he's catching balls from an actually qualified quarterback. Like, I don't think that maybe Billy Edwards, because he was just a quarterback in the Big Ten level, like maybe he could the going rate is like, $750,000 if I had to guess. But even then, it's like there's no impact around him, and there's no supplementing a full roster too. Like it's not even adding like one or two big names. It's that they need like an entire build out of the team, right? Like there are so many holes at this point, and retaining players, God knows if they have any players who are that worth retaining, and who knows if they'll be able to. Because
do you care about retaining players? Like, if they bring you success for, and I know it sounds like a stupid question, but like if you bring in guys that you're paying a lot of money to, they win you a hell of a lot of games, they get you maybe even in playoff contention, whatever it may be, and then they leave, but yet you replace them with other good players. Do you care? I don't care.
As long as you're supplementing it and you have a good qualified, well-built roster, yeah, who it is probably doesn't matter anymore. But then at least you get the benefit of somebody being in a program for multiple years, experience, like better like know-how, chemistry with teammates. The stuff that is extremely hard to build now in college football, that Wisconsin is just like 2 to 3 years even close to getting to. So there's so much that they have to do to get over and to get this program righted, that to even just think about, we want to be competitive in 2026 because the schedule is like the easiest it'll be for the next 5 years. That is like such like a Band-Aid excuse, in my opinion, of like, you'll have 1 year of being decent, and then we'll probably be in this exact same spot 2 years from now.
844-770-3776. That's the Carbos Talking text line. List is more. We have a Saturday Unlimited poll question, and the question is, do you believe that Badgers AD Chris McIntosh would fire Luke Fickell if he thought it was the right move? 81% of you say no. They are tied at the hip. Tony Stark, 616 chimes in. Hell would freeze over if Mac would say I was wrong.
Tier 1 Tyler says McIntosh gets it from Rutledge, moving goalposts all the time. And then on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, remember you can always stream us on YouTube. Michael says Indiana also has Mark Cuban, most overlooked that. Actually, we did talk about that yesterday.
Yeah.
That Wisconsin does have the capability to have large donors. I don't know Mark Cuban level, but I'm sure there's plenty of people. We talk about how smart of a school Wisconsin is. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of smart people that can.
True, but you also need an administration and athletic department that's going out, and like Evan Cohen said with us yesterday right here on Jim Mad Molly, that you need the right people to be going out and trying to get in touch and to have great relationships with those donors where they want to give money back. Like, even if I'm somebody who wants Wisconsin football to be better, I don't know if I'd want to give money to the program right now. Like, I wouldn't have any trust that they'd know how to use it or they'd use it properly. Like, I think I'd just be wasting money, in which case, like Jason Wilde said, why don't I just donate that money to the Carbone Cancer Center instead, where I know it's going to be used for something that's actually important.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. They are Madison's custom. They are Madison's family owned. They are Madison's locally owned jeweler. Madison and in Middleton, Chalmers Jewelers. We got Jason Wilde coming up later in the show. This is Jim Matt and Mai, presented by Coors Light.
This is Martin Selsaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank, with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. Wisconsin men's basketball tipping off the season with a Monday night win over Campbell. John Blackwell leading the way, game high 31 points. Putting that NBA Combine experience to work. Hear more from his sit down on the Jump Around Extra.
I'm playing against the best of the best. And you just bring that a different competitiveness to the program. And coming here ready to compete every single day, you just bring a different aspect that you've seen that other side. You've seen where guys want to get to, where I want to get to, and you're just hungry for it, and you just want to get this team better every single day.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Welcome to Jackpot Land, this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
Game day in Wisconsin calls for a big play. The Big Dinner Box from Pizza Hut. 2 medium one-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks, all for just $19.99. That's enough for you to feed your whole lineup and the fans before kickoff. Hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, even tavern style. Pizza Hut has something for every seat in the stadium. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the app. Fuel your game day with the Big Dinner Box. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
Black Friday deals are here at Brothers Maine. Score the lowest prices of the year on top brands like GE Appliances, Cafe, Hotpoint, and Haier. With our low price guarantee, Big Box can't beat our deals. Shop local and save at Brothers Maine.
Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
I worried about starting over. I knew I was interested in IT, specifically the cloud program, but I didn't have any technical training in that field. Now, at Madison College, I'm surprising myself. I really love the atmosphere of this campus, and my instructors make learning hands-on and engaging. My advice to others? Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. There's more to your story at Madison College. Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Wilde and Tausch is coming to Vortex Optics in Barneveld. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Join us Wednesday, November 12th from 9 a.m. to noon at Vortex Optics in Barneveld, where you can experience their incredible showroom firsthand. You'll see all the latest scopes, binoculars, and gear, all designed and built right here in Wisconsin. Come hang out, watch the show, and see what makes Vortex a true Wisconsin original. Wilde and Tausch, live at Vortex Optics in Barneveld, Wednesday, November 12th.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Man, I got this right. My head to my bed. You know I'm fucking tight.
You guys know I've been loving my results from Carbon World Health as I've gotten a couple of their hydrofacials done. My skin is absolutely glowing. Their brand new state-of-the-art location in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center is absolutely phenomenal. They have everything you can imagine at their med spa: laser treatments, injectables, body contouring, vitamin drips, and so much more. Head over to carbonworldhealth.com to learn more or get started, get started on your health and wellness journey. She was crushing it, and then she stuttered.
Going third person now?
Really?
Yes. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. Primetime Lorsheim with us here at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. Come here, join the Rewards Club. Millions of dollars in won every single weekend here at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner. Go to Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. They've had a couple $100,000 winners here. That's what we call big winners. So the opposite of the Wisconsin Badgers, if you will. Let's get to pole dancing.
We asked and you answered. What? Coming to the stage, it's pole dancing on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Hey now.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Alrighty, it's been a long time since I've been able to do pole dancing, and today we're doing it live and in color, in person, back in the Everlight Solar Studios. And we want to continue the Badgers conversation. However, nobody's putting out Badgers-related polls. Just clips with Chris McIntosh and Ben Brust and the like. So I'm going to go back to yesterday. We discussed this on the Jump Around, our Badgers dedicated show. Yeah, it's pretty irrelevant, except if you're an awesome Badgers fan who really cares about the team. So our question for you today is, who would you rather have at the helm for the Wisconsin Badgers, despite what Chris McIntosh said, for the 2026 season? Luke Fickell or Jason Eck from New Mexico? We don't have any results for you since I just made that up in my head. Let's start with the man who's kind of taking over the show today, Ryan Primetime Wollersheim. What do you think?
Star of the show.
Well, Riley, I disagree with that we don't have the results, because we know the results are 100% to 0. We know everyone is taking Jason Eck in this poll because they should. Like I did say earlier, that the reason that you wouldn't want to fire Fickell going into 2026 is because going into next season, if you try to do a coaching change, odds are you will be worse off than you would be just standing pat. Whereas I think if you bring in Jason Eck, I actually believe that he could be one of those guys who could come up like a Kurt Signetti, who brings players with him from New Mexico and actually makes them competitive in the Big Ten. I mean, we were lauding UCLA for knocking off Penn State earlier this year and then going on a little run and having this sort of Cinderella season.
Yep.
You know who beat UCLA earlier this year? New Mexico. Jason Eck knows how to turn a program around immediately. New Mexico was the dregs of whatever conference they're in. I don't even know, to be honest. But I think he's actually a guy who could come in and turn it around almost immediately. So I would love Jason Eck here.
Agreed. I'm on Jason Eck bandwagon. My saving grace now is that maybe Jason wants to coach at New Mexico for 2 years instead of being a one and done. That it would have to be a pretty amazing job to get someone to poach Jason Eck. Because my concern is that Jason Eck goes to a step-up job, and then he's going to be too expensive for the Badgers, like Lance Leipold might be too expensive for the Badgers, or he's then at a position where he feels like he's happy where he's at, like Lance Leipold is at Kansas. So my hope is Jason Eck stays one more year at New Mexico, continues to crush it. The Badgers do what we think they're going to do with Luke Fickell, which is stink to high heaven, and then they move off Luke Fickell next year and then bring in Jason Eck.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Things can't be worse than they already are with Luke Fickell, so I feel like bringing in anybody that even seems like they could be a step up is probably going to be a step up, right? And he's a Wisconsin guy. Like, there's those ties.
Yep.
That also brings that. So that's my answer. Can't get worse than it is with Luke Fickell.
Badger football. Can't get worse, right?
Well, that'll do it for pole dancing today. Thanks for coming along.
All right. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. That's the Carbus Talking text line. List is more. We got Jason Wilde coming up next on Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
This is Wisconsin Volleyball National Champion Devin Robinson. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. This is Owen Dimple with your Sports Center update, brought to you by Madison Axe. Enjoy axe throwing, craft beer, bags, shuffleboard, and more fun at Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Visit MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today. Wisconsin's athletic director, Chris McIntosh, joined Wilde and Tausch across ESPN Wisconsin this morning after news broke yesterday from ESPN's Pete Thamel that Luke Fickell will return in 2026 to coach the Badgers. McIntosh still believes Fickell is the same coach he hired in 2022 to live up to the expectations set before him. Here's McIntosh clarifying those expectations.
The goal is to win. It always has been to win, and we've not shied away from those expectations that we embrace, that our fans embrace, those expectations that Tausch and I were a part of creating a long time ago.
The Badgers return to Camp Randall against the 23rd-ranked Washington Huskies tomorrow afternoon. Make sure to tune in to the Wisconsin College Game Day pregame show starting at 1:30 right here on 100.5 ESPN that takes you up to the 3:30 kickoff, and we'll have the postgame coverage immediately following the game. Jim, Matt, and Molly starts now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special. Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Make no bones about it. I mean, the goal is to win, and the goal is to be competitive in the Big Ten, and the goal is to be competitive in the Big Ten in 2026.
Is Wisconsin equivalent with Rutgers now? Like, seriously, Maryland and Rutgers, I think, are the two teams that are probably close to being there.
It's not limited to wins and losses.
They lost track of the fact that they're now below Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Iowa. Like, they are the dregs of the Big Ten right now.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison, alongside Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown. Primetime Orsheim with us here at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. And we are lucky enough to be joined by Jason Wilde. Jason, you are the first in a very exciting list of guests that we have today. We have Melvin Gordon coming up in a little bit, and then D.L. Hughley as well. But, Jason, you're the one I want to talk to today. You got a chance to talk to Chris McIntosh, and I thought you guys did a great job. I don't think Mac did a great job. I felt like I was listening to Mac GPT, but I thought you asked really good questions. What did you think of how Mac handled everything with you and Mark?
Well, first of all, I appreciate you saying that, but quite frankly, I'd rather talk to D.L. Hughley. I think he'd be more interesting than me. He'd certainly be. Well, I'm not going to say that, but he was great on Kings of Comedy. I guess I was just saying this to Riley as I was getting on the air. Like, I guess I shouldn't have been surprised. And I'm certainly not arrogant enough to think that, my questions are going to be so brilliant that I'm going to get something out of McIntosh that he didn't want to say. But I don't know. I guess I thought there would be a little more illumination. But again, what is he supposed to say? Like, I don't know if I believe him when he says that he's if the money was no object, the buyout wasn't an issue, that he'd still be sticking with him. I mean, I can only take him at his word. It is the guy he hired, so there's obviously a meaningful connection there. But I just don't know how you. I mean, they haven't won a Big Ten game this season,
and they're not going to.
Like they very well. I mean, again, maybe they rise up and win one, but it's certain one would be better than none. But they got 4 left, and I just, for someone who fired Paul Chryst because you wanted to compete for national championships and Big Ten championships, they couldn't be further away from that right now. And I just think that's disconcerting for everyone involved, including him. I understand he's disappointed. To me, the biggest thing, and we've heard Brad Nortman talk about it, we've heard other people talk about it, the connectivity with the high school coaches and the recruitment of state kids, to me, is a really big indictment. Now, let me add to that in some subsequent conversations I had with other people who know the program way better than I do, that Paul Chryst had not done a great job of that toward the end of his tenure either. And I would say to any coach who coaches at Wisconsin or anywhere else, like, I got to be honest, you got to understand the Barry Alvarez build a wall around the state thing is really important, and you cannot get complacent. And quite frankly, their offensive line, between injuries and inept play, has been, has it factored into guys getting injured, quarterbacks getting injured, and you not ever having your hand-picked big bucks NIL quarterback? Maybe, but I would also argue that if you could get your offensive line right, maybe those guys would play better, right? I mean, we've seen some pretty bad quarterback play this season since Billy Edwards got hurt, and I was on the air with 2 guys that, as I said in the question to Mac, epitomize what Wisconsin football is. You got one scholarship offensive lineman who developed into a first-round pick and played in the NFL. And then you have another non-scholarship walk-on offensive lineman, both of them from different parts of the state of Wisconsin, who anchored that offensive line in front of Ron Dane. And both went on to NFL careers. That's what Wisconsin is supposed to be. And so before it was running back you or tight end you, it was offensive lineman you. And so start there, but also you have to expect and demand more from your coach, and you have to get more, because I'm a little concerned that there's going to be, based on the reaction to that conversation, I had a bunch of people emailing me saying, this is why I gave up my season tickets.
Wow.
And that's a stark difference between that and when Barry Alvarez said, you better get your season tickets now because before long you won't be able to get them.
Do you feel like Mac's interview with you guys, made Badger fans feel better at all about his answers that he gave yesterday to other reporters, or do you feel like it just continued to add to the frustration for Badger fans?
Yeah, we play a promo for your show in which Jim says something about after that letter came out, and no Badger fans feel better after that. And that was kind of my point in what one of my questions was to him, which was, I still don't understand why you're doing this. Like, you told everybody, you gave the vote of confidence, you got 4 games left. I don't understand the timing of it. But no, I don't think so. Nobody listened to him and thought, all right, I feel much better about Luke Fickell being the coach. Right? Nobody felt that way. And I'm not saying that next year with a comparatively easier schedule, which again, as Tausch pointed out, the teams that we're looking at going, well, they got an easier schedule next year with Rutgers and Purdue or whoever's on there. They're doing the same thing looking at Wisconsin on their schedule.
Totally.
So I just think, look, the bottom line is I don't cover this team on a day-to-day basis. You guys know I don't root for the Packers. But I'm not enjoying seeing Wisconsin football be where it is. And was I someone who was, very much in the corner of Jim Leonard after they'd moved on from Paul Chryst? I was. Can I tell you with absolute certainty that if they'd hired him instead, we wouldn't be in this situation? No, I don't know that. But this is not, as Mac said himself, this is not acceptable. They have to be better than this. My question is, when will that happen, and who will be the coach if and when it does happen?
Talking with Jason Wilde, and Jason, obviously you just talked with Mac, and I'll admit I have a bias here, but Mac was not dynamic. He was not owning the room. There was not a lot of presence, and obviously it's a phone call. But the interesting part for me is, and I know we do this with NFL head coaches, I think Matt LaFleur is a little bit guilty of this, that people just project how Matt is at the press conferences, how Matt is with the team. But in this case, Pat Richter, I did a show with him for years. He was completely different than Barry Alvarez, but he had a presence, and that show was on the phone every week. So I really got to know him over the phone. He carried a presence. He had your attention, and you just were leaning in when Pat talked because there was something about the way he delivered and the confidence he spoke with that you just wanted to listen. We all know about Barry's bravado. It's with Mac, I don't know if it's actually his personality to be so, blah or deferential, but it really isn't inspiring when you hear him speak either, and I think that's part of the problem as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, does the athletic director need to be inspiring, right? He's got to be a salesman for sure, right?
And that's what I'm kind of getting
you
at.
have to sell your programs, yeah. And so I don't need him to give me a pep talk to, run to the concession stand. But I do need, you want to feel. This is what Ted Thompson always used to say, and I understand there were a lot of people that are critical of him, and he certainly wasn't a dynamic personality. But he always said, I just want Packers fans to feel like their team, he would always put it, their team is in good hands. And, early on in his tenure when people were booing him at the draft party.
You almost said the bar. Boo at the bar.
Yeah. Boo in a bar.
So good.
He took that very hard. He just wanted people, and I'm sure Mac, look, remember, and it's easy to criticize him and say, well, his answers weren't. I get it, and I don't disagree. I was disappointed when we were done. I was hoping there would be more elucidation than there was, but I do think he cares deeply, right? He's a Pewaukee kid who played for the Badgers. His NFL career, because of injuries and whatnot, did not play out the way he wanted. He wants this program to be successful, and certainly, whether it's his own pride or just his belief, he wants Luke Fickell to be successful. And that has not occurred. This is not what he envisioned when he made the changes. So I think he cares. I think he's like him and Tausch are close. Are they're friends? They're former teammates. I mean, Tausch is one charismatic dude. Now, I don't want him as the athletic director because I want to keep my job on the show. But like he's not. They're different guys, and so in fairness to Mac, I mean, I didn't think in any way, shape, or form our conversation with him was a disaster.
No,
I thought he kind of had what he was going to say planned, and he said that stuff. And I wanted to give him a couple of opportunities to clarify some stuff because that line about wins and losses, obviously a lot of people latched onto, myself included, from yesterday. So, I hope, I just hope, look, the bottom line is this. Nobody cares if he was charismatic or not or convincing or not. All they care about is next year, go win 7 games.
Yep.
Right? Go win 4 games in the Big Ten or 5 games in the Big Ten so we can say, hey, look at the progress. And then be positioned to be an 8-3, 9-2, whatever it might be the year after that. But this, you can't keep this up. So if it keeps up, he could have been the most eloquent elder statesman in the history of radio interviews. And if they continue to be bad, nobody cares. And if they become good, no one will care whether or not he answered the questions interestingly or not.
Yep.
Great answers, Jason. Thanks for fitting us into the show. I know that we had to move some things around because we're jam-packed with interviews, Jason. So thank you so much for hopping on with us.
Yeah, just FYI, Rich Bisaccia telling us that Brandon McManus is the kicker on Monday night. So for that whole competition nonsense, apparently there wasn't a competition, or it's over, one of the two. All right, guys, take care. Be good. Enjoy Melvin.
We will. Thanks, Jason.
Madison College has been educating Wisconsin students for over a century, and today many students actually start their bachelor's degree right at Madison College. And with special transfer tracks and agreements with schools like UW, you can save money, earn credits, and then move right into a 4-year program. That's exactly what I did. It's a proven pathway to success, and it all starts at Madison College. Start your path at madisoncollege.edu. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Also, just to do show policy, got to get Jim, Matt, and Molly tattooed on your buttocks if you're going to host the show. So.
If you're going to host or produce?
You guys can.
You guys are going to find a new producer. I'm sorry, guys.
Good content.
I'll probably find a
Matt,
spot. I can find a spot for it. Yeah. I can throw JMM somewhere.
Big dumper.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love ZOA Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a ZOA Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, we can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your suite of metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Prize Picks is the best way to win cash on the Packers, on the Bucks, and whether it's football, basketball, or both, Prize Picks makes every game more exciting. Hey, it's Mark Tosher here with ESPN Wisconsin, and I've been playing Prize Picks, and it is as fun and simple as it gets. Which players are going to go off? Which ones are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds, and you can turn your takes into cash. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, get them right, and you can cash in. And now Prize Picks has stacks. Pick the player up to 3 times in one lineup. You want more on Giannis's threes, assists, rebounds? Stack them all only on Prize Picks. Plus, you can follow other players and copy their lineups in one click in the new Feed tab. And with injury reboots, if your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, it won't count as a loss. Deposits are fast and easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, and MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code WI and you get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI for Prize Picks. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Luke Fickell's job is safe. The Wisconsin Badgers will not be firing head coach Luke Fickell. Can he still turn the program around? React with us right here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Jim, Matt, and Molly continues live post-junk gaming Madison. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Primetime Warshine. Just getting great reviews today. And then Molly Brown with me as well. Matt Hamilton off curling or pre-curling or something like that. So we have you up until 6 o'clock. And then at 6 o'clock we have the Bucks taking on the Bulls. Tip-off at 7 p.m., pregame at 6:30. And then at Prep Mania we have on YouTube and ESPN Madison 2 Level 3 playoffs. Monona Grove at Homestead. And let's get into a little bit of our Don't Quote Me.
We're not saying it's gonna happen.
Let it ride!
But if it does, then we want credit.
Say that again, because that is an amazing take.
I told you all.
If not, well...
Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said...
All right, guys. Well, I will start us off on behalf of Matt Hamilton today.
Okay.
Because Matt Hamilton not here on the show, but he did text me his Don't Quote Me prediction for both the Wisconsin Badgers and the Green Bay Packers. We'll be doing both of those games today because we will not actually have a show on Monday ahead of Monday Night Football. So Packers-Eagles will be included in our Don't Quote Me predictions. Which team do we feel worse about, honestly, right now? Packers or Badgers? Like, I know the Badgers are, like, rock bottom for the last, 5 weeks, but, I feel like the negativity and the pessimism for the Packers going into the Eagles game is, almost as low.
I think if they would have just lost last week against the Panthers, but not have lost Tucker Kraft, we wouldn't be feeling so low. But the fact that they lost him, it's like, crap, what does the offense do now? Because it's like you're without Jaden Reed.
Yep.
Who I don't know about Matthew Golden.
Matthew Golden just got downgraded to non-participant in practice today.
Okay, Wicks, don't love.
Dontavian Wicks is supposed to come back, but...
There's just a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions on the offensive line. There's a lot of questions on the defense. The defense, I think we've all been gypped. I don't know. I don't know. But also, I feel like the Badgers are so irrelevant that it's like you can have no feelings towards them now.
That's a good point, yeah.
It's just bleh. Whereas, the Packers are your team to care about right now.
That's a great point. Okay. All right. Well, Matt Hamilton cares enough about the Badgers that he believes they will score 10 points against Washington on Saturday.
Okay.
It's a pretty bold one in and of itself. But then he also has his prediction for the Packers game, saying that the Packers, conversely, score 24 points against the Eagles, which, against that defense, would be pretty good. He's also predicting that Josh Jacobs and Romeo Doubs are both scoring touchdowns against Philly on Monday Night Football.
Okay.
And that wraps it up for Matt. So, Jim, why don't you take us away next? What's your Don't Quote Me prediction for this weekend's games?
I'm going to go no touchdowns for the Badgers. No touchdowns.
Is it bold? I got to ask, is that a bold prediction?
I don't know. I mean, I've got to parlay this. No touchdowns for the Badgers. All right, and then Carter Smith will play.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. No touchdowns for the Badgers, and Carter Smith will play. And then for the Packers, 3 total touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. Is that enough, or do I need more?
For one court, well, so total rushing and passing.
Yep.
What else are you predicting? You got anything else in there?
Can I go 250 total yards?
For Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, and 3 total touchdowns. Is that fair?
Passing and rushing for a quarterback, he's got to go way over 250.
But he's got to get 3 touchdowns, too.
That's not that hard.
Fine. 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
300 total yards, 3 total touchdowns for Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
And this Packers defense is supposed to be good.
Supposed to be. Indeed.
Supposed to be. What are we talking about here?
But the secondary is terrible.
So. Molly, what are your predictions?
My predictions revolve around field goals this weekend. The Badgers will have 2 field goals versus Washington. And for the Green Bay Packers game, Brandon McManus will hit a walk-off field goal. Not feeling great about that one, considering they were having a competition, but not a competition according to Rich Bisaccia and Jason Wilde. So who the hell knows?
Do Matt LaFleur and Rich
special
Bisaccia?
teams is a joke.
Do Matt LaFleur and Rich Bisaccia talk to each other? Do you think that they?
I don't know if Matt LaFleur talks to any of his coaches. Honestly, I really don't know.
Way.
I don't know if he talks to the GM in Brian Gutekunst. I don't know who communicates with who.
It's a great point. All right. Well, I will make my predictions then as well for this weekend's games. For the Badgers, I'm predicting there's 4 total interceptions in this game. I don't know who's playing quarterback for the Badgers, but I don't think it's going to be pretty because I think they're going to be trying to keep up with Washington for most of the contest.
See, I get okay. Sorry.
And then I also think Damon Williams, the quarterback for Washington, does throw it around pretty often. So I'm thinking just like based off just straight volume, there's going to be some nonsense that goes on in this one, so 4 interceptions. And then I'm also predicting that both the running back and the number 1 wide receiver for Washington both get over 100 total yards. So Denzel Boston, the wide receiver, who could be a first-round pick according to some, and then the running back Jonah Coleman, who's also just like an absolute bowling ball, who the Badgers will have to stop all day.
The fact that you know so many players on Washington.
He's a sicko.
Yeah,
College football
you
sicko.
are.
It's also because like these are the types of teams, and I wish people like outside of Wisconsin knew players like that on the Badgers. So I like pay attention to these guys because I'm like I can't wait till the Badgers actually have players like this again. And then for my don't quote me prediction for the Packers game, I'm going to say the Eagles score 2 tush-push touchdowns to rub it in against the Packers. I would not be surprised if they did one even in garbage time while winning, just to salt.
I forgot the tush-push thing.
Just to salt it away against the Packers.
How many times do you think they'll run the tush-push?
I'll say, I mean, they only need to do it on 3rd and short, 4th and short, which maybe they won't have a ton of those situations against the Packers. I'll say total, especially with 2 touchdowns, I'll say they do it 5 times.
Okay. All right. I like that.
All right. Riley, you got any don't quote me prediction for us quick?
I think that because of all the hubbub surrounding Luke Fickell and his extension for next year, the vote of confidence, whatever, I think Wisconsin's going to come out firing this week. I think they're going to be motivated.
You're so oh my god.
I think they score 3 touchdowns. They're not going to win because Washington's a criminally underrated team.
Tell me who's
going to
score the Tell me who's going to score the 3 touchdowns. Tell me.
Gideon Atuka, Vinny Anthony, Trechka Kahuna. 2 passing touchdowns for Carter Smith, 1 rushing touchdown for Gideon Atuka.
Good God.
And he's throwing Carter Smith
Riley,
in there.
your fandom is actually sickening. Like you have no reason to be a positive fan at this point in time. I don't know what you're doing.
He's terminal with the Badgers' illness. He can't get over it. He can't get over backing this program. All right, guys, let's do our cover 5 locks quickly going into the weekend. So I will say Matt Hamilton's as well. For the cover 5 locks, he has the Ravens covering 4.5 points against the Vikings.
Okay, it's Vikings. All right.
He's only picking against the Vikings. That's the only reason why.
Jim gets mad whenever he picks something that's just not related.
Like, Matt, you're not a prognosticator.
That's a bad pick, though. Like, that is a horrible pick. At Minnesota, I don't like that.
Okay, well, Molly, what do you like for your cover 5 lock?
Okay, I'll go with this one. Detroit at Washington. Detroit is favored by 8.5 points. I think with Jaden Daniels being out, which shout out to him. It's not as bad as they thought it was going to be, so that's great.
Crazy.
But I think that Detroit losing to Minnesota last week, they're going to come out guns blazing. Washington's going to stink, all the things. So, yeah, got him.
All right, Jim, what's your cover 5 block?
Whatever the cover is for the Bears over there. I think it's like 3.
3.5.
Yeah, the Bears.
It is 3.5.
Yeah, that seems it's in Chicago, and
I
the
picked
Giants
them too.
stink. So Bears.
I don't know what the Giants are doing now that they don't have Cam Scattaboo, but
It's a great question. I guess they're just relying a lot on Jackson Dart. So I will give my cover 5 lock quickly. The other massive NFC matchup this week is the Rams taking on the 49ers. I will go ahead and take Matthew Stafford on the Rams, covering that 3.5 points. And then, guys, finally, we will do our...
No, not every Friday.
And the people love Jim, Matt, and Molly. Make sure you tune in on 100.5 ESPN Madison and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Guys, quickly on the way out, speaking of Jim, Matt, Molly.
People lick us.
People lick us. They always lick us here at Host Show and Gaming Madison. We got to do our show lock, and I want to pick, guys, the Sunday Night Football game. Chargers, Pittsburgh Steelers. Chargers favored by 3.5. What do we think?
Sure. I think Chargers cover.
Yeah, I like that one too.
You like Chargers?
Yep.
All right, we'll go Chargers. All right.
Justin Herbert. Well, if you're looking to join our Cover 5 contest, all you have to do is download the free Cover 5 app. You go to Join Leagues and you enter code JMM25. That's JMM25. That's your code to join. And if you have the best cumulative score at the end of the season, you win a Jim, Matt, and Molly prize pack. All you got to do is go to the Cover 5 app, go to Join Leagues, and enter code JMM25. This is Jim, Matt, Molly.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Would you rather, in this terms of raw dogging food, which means you have no seasoning on it, Ryan, you want to answer this?
Yeah, I was going to say, I would probably say, like, a pork butt. You don't need nothing on there. I raw dog a pork butt any day of the week.
Would you? You're right. Molly's out. All right. Ryan, would you rather,
oh my God,
as we're using the terms raw dog, of go on a plane?
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Black Friday deals are here at Brothers Maine. Score the lowest prices of the year on top brands like Samsung, Electrolux, Bosch, LG, and Frigidaire. With our low price guarantee, big bucks can't beat our deals. Shop local and save at Brothers Maine.
When it's game day in Madison, you know what that means. Pizza Hut time. Unlimited large one-topping pizzas, just $7.99 each. Or your team at home can load them up with 3 toppings for $9.99. Perfect for kickoffs, watch parties, or that fourth quarter comeback from your living room. Fuel your crew, fill the table, and keep the good times rolling all game long with Pizza Hut. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the app. Pizza Hut. Feed good times.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best local sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
We see you out there gearing up for the cold weather ahead. From home winterization to vehicle maintenance, insulated apparel, and more, Blaine's Farm and Fleet has what you need for the season at unbeatable value. Like all windshield wiper blades, 25% off, 10% off Southwire extension cords and building wire. Rewards members save 15%, and Rewards members save $5 on Blaine's Platinum Automotive batteries. Plus, this Friday through Sunday, all veterans and active military members get an extra 10% off their entire purchase. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Sundays are for football and carbless. Born in Wisconsin, carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are packed with flavor, not sugar. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. Whether you're tailgating in Green Bay or calling the plays from your couch, Carbless is the cocktail that's always game day ready. Crisp, clean, and crafted to win. This season, drink like a champion. Drink Carbless, a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
We ask and you answer. Tune in to Jim, Matt, and Molly every weekday 4 to 6. And follow at Jim, Matt, Molly on X to vote in daily poll questions. Presented by Siding Unlimited. Trust Siding Unlimited with your next window and door project.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stroh for my great friends at Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. It's the best time of the year. It's bourbon season. Weather outside getting a little chilly, but you can stay warm with a delicious glass of the Door County Distillery bourbon. Or check out Door County Distillery exclusives like their cherry bourbon and their bat bourbon. It's bat good. Visit their website, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
Buying a new vehicle should be exciting, and that's what Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb aims to do. That's why they vow to give you the better buying experience. Jim Rutledge here. I've had 3 better buying experiences at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, and I keep on going back because the experience and the Chevy is fantastic. So if you're looking for a buying experience, you're going to want to repeat anytime you need a new or new-to-you vehicle, I recommend you make the short drive out to Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, because you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Wisconsin is holding on to head coach Luke Fickell.
If I felt that there was a change that needed to be made, I wouldn't hesitate in making that change.
What's the future hold under Fickell and Chris McIntosh? Reaction continues next, right here on 100.5 ESPN.
Man, I got this swag. My habits in my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My habits in my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag. When I surf, now I be surfing swag. I'm on hypnotic, exotic, polo.
Packers fans, the Jim, Matt, Molly team are teaming up with Miller Lite to hook you up. Every Miller Lite purchase gets you an entry to win 2 tickets to the December 7th Packers-Bears game with us. That's right, the Jim, Matt, and Molly crew is giving you a VIP game day experience with exclusive access to the Chundo Trio pregame party. You and a guest can be living it up at Lambeau Miller Lite style. All you have to do is head to any of the following locations and get yourself some Miller Lite. Those locations include Lucky's 1313, Oakstone Rec, Scotty, and Big Ten. The winner will be announced on November 21st, so grab a Miller Lite today for your chance to win.
She's Molly Brown. I am Jim Rutledge. We are at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison alongside Prime Time Wollersheim. And we are hoping Melvin Gordon will join the show. We're trying to effort a way to get through to him, but we will help him out regardless. So he is going to be from 12:30 to 2:30 tomorrow at 17 North Charter Street with a tailgate there. So you can stop on by and see Melvin Gordon over at that tailgate. Wings Over is where he's going to be. Wings Over Madison. And 17 North Charter Street is the exact location of the tailgate. He'll be there with Wings Over Madison. Melvin Gordon will be there from 12:30 to 2:30. You can stop by, get a picture, and hang out with him. It should be a really good time. Melvin's a great dude, and I hopefully we get an opportunity to talk to him. We do have a hard out at 5:40 to talk to DL Hughley, so hopefully we get a chance to get to Melvin before we get to DL Hughley. But until then, we'll continue to talk Wisconsin Badgers football. And we are going to get to the surprise name when we talked to Evan Cohen. And we were actually talking to someone today, Molly, and they said, the Badgers need to get a GM. I said, they have a GM. His name is Dr. Marcus Sedberry. And
Doctor.
Jason Wilde.
Doctor, give me the news. What do you do for Wisconsin football?
Is that a musical?
That's the...
I was thinking like the Eminem song, like, I need a doctor. Call me a doctor. You know that song?
I do know that song.
I need a doctor.
Is that the one he does with Rihanna?
I think it's Dr. Dre. Doctor.
Oh, that would make a little more sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay. I'll be quiet now.
Wisconsin football team needs a doctor.
Doctor.
Resuscitate him.
Got a bad case of loving you. It's a Dr. Pepper commercial. No.
All the Dr. Pepper commercials I know are Fansville.
No, it's an old song.
Okay. Continue on. Talk about Dr. Marcus Sedberry, please.
What does he do? Do any of us know?
Well, Chris McIntosh.
I could read you his bio.
Had some thoughts on what he does.
Yeah, I think that's the evolution that not just our program, but all programs across college football are facing or are embracing, and it's one that we embrace. Marcus has dedicated himself fully to football. I think his administrative duties have been basically absorbed by the other leaders that we have in our department. So he's in football all the time. It's a partnership. It requires trust. It does require all of us to evolve and to embrace this new world. And I think that's where there's opportunity for us, and that's another area in which it causes me to be optimistic.
MacGPT just makes me want to crawl into my shell.
Is it crazy to you that he says that we're embracing the evolution and we're evolving as it goes? And he's like, just now, Marcus Sedberry's investing all of his time in football?
Yeah, hey, he's just now investing all of his time. When did he start? March?
Yeah, well, March, he technically started in the GM role, though I know Jesse Nelson mentioned to us earlier today when we were in the ESPN Madison offices that, he was still technically listed on his bio as having been overseeing the construction of the roster since, 2022. So he's been involved, but apparently up until now he was also an administrator, just handling whatever administrators do. Which is a ton of other stuff.
His job physically absorbed. I don't think that's the right way to phrase. Like it's the Matrix.
Yeah, is this the blob?
Yeah.
Is the Badgers athletics department just one big blob?
Oh my goodness. So with that, can I just say something that is full of hubris? I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes I have a high opinion of myself. People like me.
Shocking! People like me.
People like me. People like me. Hey, people are out there licking and liking you. You got a high opinion of yourself.
Okay.
So,
people like me.
I honestly.
we should use ChatGPT.
People like me.
Oh my gosh.
Any people lick me. All right, perfect.
Have you changed your license plates yet?
No, I think I have to wait a little bit because I went to go do it. I got all the way to the end, and it's like you can't do it yet. So they're not up till February, but I thought you could do it a little bit earlier.
I'm surprised that the state of Wisconsin just doesn't want your money anytime. So shocking.
I'm shocked too.
I'm sorry. Continue. Chris McIntosh.
Yeah. So, can I just full transparency? I think that if I took over the NIL for the Wisconsin Badgers, we'd be doing good.
You'd sell the bleep out of it, probably.
Yeah. We'd be doing good. I think maybe that's a poll question. Do you think Jim Rutledge could do a better job with NIL than the Badgers? Because I think I could. I honestly think I actually have no question about it that if I was in charge of the NIL, As far as I'm not talking about the administrative side of it. I'm talking about like the actual.
We know that. Ryan and I are your hands and your brain. It's
yes. Who's who?
Depends on the day.
I'm the hands, Molly's the brain, for sure. That's easily what it is.
All right. So with that, as I talk with my hands here, Ryan, I just mean from a sales as I drop.
So here's what I'm saying is why Jim would be such a good GM for
as
the
I drop my
Badgers.
phone. I would crush it in the actual raising the funds. I would give all the money, and then you guys can handle running it. So, I just think that I would be able to reach out to the right people in the community to get the funds needed to sell them on why you need to give the funds to the program, the with them, the what's in it for them, and why they would do that.
Okay,
I honestly feel like I could walk in off the street and be infinitely better at anyone inside the Badgers Varsity Collective or NIL to raise money for the Badger football program.
Okay, so you've been in the Madison community for a couple decades, right?
Is this a live read?
I don't mean it like that. No, Madison College has been around for a century. It's a century of opportunity, Ryan. No.
17 years.
Okay, so almost 20 years, right? Like, the amount of people.
Jim can start as the GM at Madison College and then graduate his way up.
All right, so the amount of people that you know within the community, I'm sure you know some affluent people, or you know of, or you have connections to them. The people that are running NIL and running, hell, even Chris McIntosh, the people that are the face of UW Athletics, they know all those same people. They're just not reaching out to them, is what I gather.
That is true.
I think that is the issue, that they are just not doing anything with the resources that they have.
But I reach out to people. People like me.
Exactly, and that is all they have to do. I'm not saying that's the end-all, be-all, but that is where the... Shut up, people lick me.
I just thought of
that is where they start. That is how they make money. You have to go out in the community. It comes back to, what are you going to text each other right now? I can't.
No,
Please.
keep going.
I was just seeing if Melvin texted me.
Keep going.
It was going to be good, and then you guys get me sidetracked, all right?
Because I'm trying to think now is Jim as the Badgers GM to try and raise funds.
As he says, people lick me.
No, instead of doing a kissing booth, Jim could do a licking booth.
No!
And then that way people would come up and pay.
People come up and lick me?
Yeah.
I didn't know who was doing the licking for me.
The licking booth outside of Camp Randall. Do it from the tailgate every Saturday. The ESPN
judging by the looks, the amount of people that have come up to us here at Home Madison, people lick us.
they surely do.
All right, someone who likes us is Melvin Gordon. We got Melvin Gordon on the show now. Melvin, thanks for taking the time to chat with us today.
Yeah, man, my bad, man. I was shooting some for Vibes.
Yeah, no, that's what I heard. That's all good. Can you tell us what you're shooting for Vibes?
They just doing a documentary on kind of all on our whole little company, so they just racking it up.
That is awesome. You're going to be. Are you in Madison now? Or are you in Madison tomorrow? Because I know you're coming as part of
I'm
Wings
in
Over.
Kenosha right now.
What's that?
Yep.
Oh, you're in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm in
Madison.
I'm in Wisconsin. I'm back at home though.
Okay, I got you. So you're going to be at 17 North Charter Street tomorrow, 12:30 to 2:30. Tell us what that's all about.
Just working with Wings Over. It's kind of dope, when they reached out wanting to work together because I used to eat there in college, so it kind of worked out for me. I lived at the Humbucker, and it was, kind of right off that highway a little bit, kind of down that way. So it worked out for me, man. And I I want to help the people that I feel like show love. I mean, I was paying them money at that point. But it's dope, man. I get to go to the tailgate. It'll be my second one ever, so I'm kind of excited about it. And, I just want the fans to come if they have some things they want me to sign or whatever. I'm down to show love, man. I like giving back.
That is awesome. I want to ask you, Chris McIntosh was on our air earlier today. He obviously, for the third time, has said that Luke Fickell is coming back as the Badgers football coach. You're an important alum. You watch these games. What feeling did that give you when you saw the news that Luke Fickell is officially going to be back next year?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, and I try not to say nothing bad because, unfortunately, I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, but for me to come back and show love, I'm gonna run into him, especially with the things I do. So it'll be kind of crazy for me to talk crazy to him and then and be like, yeah, I think you should get fired. I'm like, hey, what's up, coach? but it's a little different. I have to really.
No, but
watch
that's your
what I
next
say,
step
but,
to being a good radio personality. Because I say people should be fired all the time, and then I got to see them.
See, yeah, you probably good with that. I'm not. I'd be like, oh man, shoot, I'd be trying to avoid them, and that's not a good look. So, but no, man, someone reached out to me. They was just like, hey, man, we want to get this back right, and I was just like, hey, my only advice is like, hey, just get us back to where we need to be, man. Like, that's all I want, and start getting the alumni more involved, and that's what I said. We were on the sideline. You see Michael Irvin on all fours on Miami sideline, which is ridiculous. But it's funny, though. That's my guy. He's on all four. And when I was out there with Ray Ball, like, the security was telling us to, like, back up. And, like, it just didn't feel like a home. I mean, when I came for one of the games, I ran into, like, at least 5 players that I played with that they were like, yeah, dude, I had to buy my own ticket. I'm like, there's no way. It's just little stuff like that just carries over, and, they need to fix it. But
yeah.
So besides, like, getting alumni more involved, I mean, we've obviously all heard the stories of Fickell not allowing NFL scouts in, but maybe that's true. I don't know, into practice.
I will say this. I know someone who has direct contact with NFL scouts, and he confirms that.
Okay, and then there's the things
wow,
Fickell doesn't have great relationships with high school coaches in the state of Wisconsin. What does this program do now that they're committed to bringing Luke Fickell back next year? What the hell do they do to change this program around?
Dude, I don't know. And I think that's why everyone's a little bit frustrated. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't, man. And you know me, John, I was talking us up the whole 9, man. I just had the utmost faith, and I still got to believe that we're gonna get it done. But boy, it's tough right now, man. I wear the gear. I'm getting talked to crazy. It's just it's been a tough couple of years as a Badger, man. And I don't know what we need to do at this point, And it sounds like Chris is hard on keeping him there, and I get it. That was his first big hire, and if that looks bad, he looks bad, and so I guess he's throwing all the marbles in on it, because if let's just say the worst case scenario happens to where if he gets fired in 3 games and then he fires him, we're not trying to hear that. Like, no one cares about that at this point, because they're gonna feel like, oh, you should have been did that, I think he's throwing all the marbles in if he's wanting to bring them back. I do understand about the recruits, because it's hard to get recruits if you don't have no clarity on the situation. I did hear that. So I get it, but man, it's just, I don't know what to say.
Are you going to the game tomorrow?
Yeah, I hope we win. I just pray we win.
If you need a ticket, we got plenty. So just let me know.
But you can also get in for $12 for what it's worth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just in case you got to buy your own ticket, it's only $12.
We got you. if you want to go to the game. The thing I was like, have you been prepared for how empty Camp Randall has been? The weather could be inclement tomorrow, so are you prepared for how empty Camp Randall has been getting over the last few weeks? Because people aren't showing up.
Honestly,
your student section didn't even show up for the whole game last time.
Dude, no. I honestly didn't even think about that, because I'm so used to it being a certain way. And then I've been getting pictures. That's why I've been kind of slow to go to games this year. I'm like, man, I just, to see that, I'm going to be tore up. Because Badger football mean a lot to me. You know what I mean? Like, it means a lot. A lot of hard sweat, blood been, dropped out on that field. And to see it not in the condition I left it in is or the condition we all left it in. The Badger alums is crazy to me. So I'm not prepared. I didn't even think about that till now. So now I'm a little worried.
It's going to be a bit drafty.
I'm going to tell you something else that's going to bum you out. So I've been using your fantastic, amazing game against Nebraska as a stat to depress Badger fans. So you ran for 408 yards in 3 quarters. And I don't know if the Badgers are going to have a running back who runs for 408 yards the entire season this year.
Are they not close?
Jones got hurt, Dupree's dinged, and they weren't really close to begin with. So there's a very likely chance that they're not going to have one running back get there.
To 400 yards.
To 400 yards.
I'm currently trying to look up the cumulative stats.
We're
like an actual running back,
struggling,
because they've had some nice runs from Vinny Anthony and Trechka Kahuna, but it is bad. The other stat here, Melvin, is I'm sure you'll remember watching this game. The Badgers beat Indiana 83-10, I believe. The Badgers are on pace not to score 83 points in all of Big Ten play this year.
Wow.
So we have the stats in front of you. Dylan Jones is the closest to 300 yards, but he's now out for the year. Dupree has 189 yards, and he's not there. And then I guess Gideon Ituka had a good game, 150 yards, so maybe he can pop off. But 150 yards is the most likely person. That's where they're at right now.
How many games they got left? I don't even look at the schedule no more. It's been a long year.
4 games.
Oh, my goodness.
Would you like to know the opponents?
100.
The opponents are Washington tomorrow, then Indiana, ranked number 2 in the country, then Illinois, and then Minnesota.
Yeah, he might not get that. Oh, those some tough games because Coach B want to go stick it to us.
Yeah, let me ask you about that. You know Coach B. You know Coach B. I'm not saying he's reveling in this, but when he comes back to Camp Randall, he wants to remind the Badgers.
Oh, he's going to try to put 80 on us. He's going to try to put 80 on us. And I don't blame him. I mean, he's a competitor, too. It's not like he didn't used to play. So, wow. That's not good. Washington's our easiest game.
Yes.
And I say that because I don't care how Minnesota's schedule is. I mean, who cares about their record? They're going to always they're going to play harder than any team this year against us.
Yep.
Melvin, there's a good chance the Badgers aren't going to have a quarterback throw for 1,000 yards this year. The Badgers are second to last in Power 4 conference in throwing the football averages per game. So I'm not trying to be a down. I'm just letting you know, like, eat a lot of wings at Wings Over and just be happy and just try to be as chill as possible and just try to live the glory days and just appreciate all the love you'll get. Because I guarantee you at 17 North Charter Street tomorrow, 12:30 to 2:30 with Wings Over is going to be the highlight of your day, unfortunately.
Wow. Oh, man, you done messed up my whole thought experience for tomorrow, big dog.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's a question, though. From a player standpoint, like we just said, those 4 games that they have coming up. Now, if they win out, I'm not saying they're going to do this because I think we can all agree that they're probably not. But if they win out, they could still be they're going to still get a bowl game. That'd be crazy. That would get them to 6 wins. I'm just saying. From a player's perspective, how do you get up and get excited for these games, ready to come play each and every week, even though your season is done? Like, you are cooked, essentially. Like, how as a player do you even do that?
I mean, at this point, you playing for your pride. I mean, that got to mean something out there, fellas. I mean, you got to play for your pride now. I mean, you ain't getting no respect. You ain't getting no respect from nobody out here. I can tell you that. Ain't nobody giving the Badgers no respect. So, I mean, at this point, you gotta play for something bigger than yourself, or I don't know, whatever you need to dig into, like as far as your emotion or what drives you, you need to find it because it's embarrassing at this point. And looking at that schedule, it ain't getting no easier. Like, ain't no games finna just be and with the tournament and how everything is, every game is very important. Like, especially for Indiana. Dude, I mean, I don't think we make another bowl game this year, which is, but hopefully those guys just dig in, man. Hopefully they got some pride amongst themselves and not look bad on, because he's coming back. So if you lighten up and you show that, I mean, he gonna be like, hey, you quit on me, I'm gonna quit on you, and I'm gonna go get some guys in to replace you. So they better be smart with that. Not trying to throw that out in the air, but coaches when you doing coach reevaluation, they do player reevaluation as well.
Absolutely.
So I mean, they still playing for jobs. So yeah, they can't think about that.
Melvin, you're a really good deep thinker, and I want to ask you a question about something more serious. But I want to give you something positive here. So, let's say the Badgers get their act together, and Fickell and the MAC and all of them say, you know what, we need to pull our head out of our asses and make sure we're reaching out to the Melvin Gordons and T.J. Watts and even the Colin Wilder, everyone, Chris Orr, all of them. You're ready and willing to go to bat and do whatever is needed to help build up the image for Badger football, right?
Yeah, I'll go talk to those guys. You know, usually when I come in, they try to have me talk to the recruits. I was supposed to talk to them tomorrow, but I just couldn't. But you know, I got, you know, if it definitely don't like interfere with my schedule and what I have going on as far as if it's like something important, but they just like, if they tell me in well enough time and they're like, hey, we need you to go talk to the team or just get in front of the group, then yeah, but it gotta make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta make it make sense.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Yeah, no, I get it. I think I saw you post this on your Instagram, and you've spoken about your time in the NFL, ups and downs. Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon, obviously tragic ending to his life, and I just think that we don't realize and remind ourselves enough that football players are human beings. They're going through things. You're putting your body physically at risk. You're putting your brain at risk. And it's Men's Health Month, and mental health is incredibly important. I thought it was great that you put that out there, but it's one of those things where it's always a reminder, and I'm sure you felt it too, of like, hey, you always just need to check in on people out there, and especially like NFL athletes are people too.
Yeah, you got to, and it's just hard. And I get why people don't do it sometimes, because, you know, they look at us like, oh, these guys are so macho, you know, like they're making this or they're making that, or even in college now, it probably starts a little earlier to where they stop getting checkups. Because it's like, oh, you making a little money, you good. It's like, okay, well, I make a couple of dollars. That don't mean that everything's completely fine, you know? I'm still a person outside of football. Like, I still have regular problems just like you do, you know? And I think people tend to forget that, which is sad. And like I've said, you know, it'd be people that you want to hear from. Because it's hard to talk to everybody. Your whole life you have been encouraged to just deal with it. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to deal with pain. You have to deal with, you know, and if you don't deal with it, you look or you call weak. And it's just, I don't know if it's a men thing. It's probably a men thing. It's probably a sports thing. But, you know, most men just don't want to be looked at as soft. So it's just like, just give that extra nudge. Don't just ask, hey, how are you doing? Just ask. Like, ask a couple times and make them explain, you know, how they feel, because you could save somebody's life, and people don't understand, like, it's so hard trying to be consistent out there with football where you plan for so much, your family, and then something happens and it just be like overwhelming, and you lose the person that you were able to talk to help you with the stress. Now you have nobody to help you. And it's just like, it's so much that goes into it. And people just gotta, at the end of the day, just check on your peoples, double check if you have to, you know, and really be considerate and think about it, because if you don't, you know, situations like that might happen, and then that's the only time people will become aware, which is some bull job. But, you know, that's today's world, and people are trying to help with that. So as long as people continue to be aware, we're moving in the right direction.
Melvin, it's a great message. Everyone's got mental health things they want to work through, and it's hard to ask for help. I will reiterate what you said. Ask for help. People need help, and everyone's willing to give help. So once you ask for it, you're not going to be embarrassed about it. People are willing to give it, and you'll find a lot more people are willing to help than you think there are.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Melvin, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Shoot me a text. Hopefully get a chance to say what's up in person, or otherwise I'll just swing on by. I don't think our tailgate's that far away from yours, so if nothing else, I'm just going to crash your tailgate. So I hope that's all right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, bud. Thank you, man. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you for hopping on. That's Melvin Gordon, legendary Badger football player. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly.
We got what? We should before we say that we got DL Hughley coming up, we should provide a little behind the curtain still when we talk to DL,
that's
right?
fair. Yeah, so yeah.
Because
Matt Hamilton's voice is going to be Matt Hamilton's voice is going to be appearing on the interview, because we taped with DL Hughley last night at a little bit after the show. So Matt's on with this interview. DL Hughley is in town. You can go to Comedy on State to see him. Tickets Saturday and Sunday shows. That's what we're going to hear him talk about and promote. DL Hughley was hilarious. Stay on. He was so funny and poignant and wonderful. This has been, so I guess our taped goodbye is a taped goodbye. So just make sure to catch us. I'm sure I'll be on College Game Day tomorrow. Molly, you going to stop in and say hi on College Game Day?
I mean, I set up the entire tailgate, but
you
maybe
come
I'll
on
talk
the air.
No, I don't know. Depends if Jesse Nelson wants me.
True. Riley, can she come on?
Yeah, as the producer of the show, I say it's okay. So
okay.
Yeah.
We'll
I make as Jim Rutledge, I say it's good.
That too.
All right, this is Jim, Matt, and Molly. DL Hughley coming up next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
The Badgers are like me trying to help my third grader do math. They understand that they need to get good players. They just can't
They don't know how to get there.
They don't know how to get there anymore. The rules have changed. The math has changed.
Yeah.
And the Badgers can't figure it out. They can't keep up.
It's a great analogy. Good job.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Prize Picks is the best way to win cash on the Packers, on the Bucks, and whether it's football, basketball, or both, Prize Picks makes every game more exciting. Hey, it's Mark Toscher here with ESPN Wisconsin, and I've been playing Prize Picks, and it is as fun and simple as it gets. Which players are going to go off? Which ones are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds, and you can turn your takes into cash. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, get them right, and you can cash in. And now Prize Picks has stacks. Pick the player up to 3 times in one lineup. You want more on Giannis's threes, assists, rebounds? Stack them all only on Prize Picks. Plus, you can follow other players and copy their lineups in one click in the new Feed tab. And with injury reboots, if your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, it won't count as a loss. Deposits are fast and easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, and MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code WI and you get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI for Prize Picks. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Attention business owners and executives. Looking for a bank that's invested in your community as you are? Look no further than Starion Bank. As a Dane County community bank, Starion offers competitive deposit and loan rates while actively supporting local initiatives. Visit a business banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, and Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, full-service business banking, lending, and cash management.
This is Martin Sensaker from Norway. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Holly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
Yeah, it's over, I'm circling.
See ya.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown and Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton. We are thrilled to be joined by D.L. Hughley, who is coming to Comedy on State. MadisonComedy.com is the website. Obviously, DL, most known probably from the original Kings of Comedy. I remember the show, The Hughleys, watching that as a kid growing up. So I love that one. DL, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for making me feel old. Thank you for making me feel old.
Well, DL, I just learned the other day that my co-host Molly here, that my cell phone number is older than she is. So I had it happen yesterday.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, we going the wrong direction here. This is all going the wrong direction.
Great. No, thank you for taking the time for joining us. And I want to ask you about Madison and everything else, but we have Matt Hamilton here, and he's a local celebrity. He won a gold medal with curling. What Olympics was it? The 2018 Olympics. Kind of got a Did you follow the curling? Did you follow the Olympics at all?
Well, let me just say, Winter Olympics ain't really that thing. Black people, we good at stuff you learn how to do free at the park. Like if you can learn it for free, a brother gonna win a medal in it. Like I'm pretty sure the brother too to throw a javelin, the police just won't let him walk down the street with a spear. But other than that, I remember the Jamaicans almost did something, but that was from pushing a car. So it was but I watched the Olympics. The curling with the sweep and I don't get the. I don't get what it is. My father, I thought he was curling, but it turns out he was just a janitor at school. So
that's actually my fallback. If curling doesn't work out for me anymore, I'm going to end up sweeping the halls here at the studio.
Something tells me with the way things are going, there'll be a lot of openings these days. Let's just say it'll be a lot of openings these days. Thank you guys, man. You saved me. I was getting my ass whipped in golf by Smokey Robinson. It was ridiculous.
Matt golfs too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, hold on. That whole sentence threw me off a touch.
Yeah.
So
I was playing golf with Smokey Robinson.
No, the other one.
These-
What do you
I
think
just
he's
want to make
talking
sure.
about?
I just want to. We're just setting it up. Like that's a big name drop there.
Yeah.
So yes.
I don't think he buys these outside my car now. I think he buys these outside my car now. I think he buys these outside my car.
Are you a good golfer in general?
You know, I used to play a lot, and today I shot 85.
That's fine round.
Close. I was striking, but I think he was even.
Wow.
That's when you got to tell him he's got to move back. No more playing the senior tees. Time to play back at the men's team.
Man. It's a couple of times, like he said, "Oh, I lost my phone, and I really have it, and I'm gonna sell it for $400." So that's what he gets. That's what he gets. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was like 80 degrees. What is it? 80. It was 80 degrees when we started. One thing about playing with a dude, 85. Now he gonna hit the ball straight, but it's gonna take a long time to do it. We started yesterday.
DL, you're coming to Madison, Comedy on State, MadisonComedy.com is the site. I see Saturday, Sunday. Tickets are available. You said it's 80-something. I hate to tell you there's going to be snow and not quite as warm up here. How do you handle that?
You know, the last time I was in Madison, I forgot where I stayed, but it was one of the most picturesque cities I'd ever. It looks like I don't know if it looked like a French chalet. It was beautiful, but it was probably about, I don't know, about 50, 60. I mean, we were at this hole, and it was water. It was gorgeous. So it was a warm day for you guys. So I guess it was 45, 50. But you know, a lot of people have these things. Like, I think the Midwest is the coldest place on the planet. It's like freezing all the time. So, and my daughter used to go to school in Madison, so you know, I didn't drop her off at school because it was too cold for me, but I paid the tuition, so we even.
That's awesome.
I don't want to make you feel too old, but Scary Movie 3 is honestly one of my favorite movies ever. I don't know if you've heard that from many people before, but
yes.
Okay, that movie came out in 2003, which makes me feel old because I feel like I've seen it about 150 times. But just
how old were you when you first saw it then?
Do you want me to make you feel old? Because I'll tell you. I was 6 when that movie came out.
Wow.
It's okay. Actually, just pulling back the curtain.
I was 23, so. You know.
That is a movie that made me like scared of Michael Jackson. I don't know if that part of like him falling out of the. We all seen Scary Movie 3. It's fine. But just looking at.
Oh, that's what did it, huh?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Listen, he was a great singer, but obviously he was a horrible babysitter. Let's just say that. He was a great singer, but a horrible babysitter.
That is not where I was going. Pivoting. Just looking at all the different things that you've done throughout your career, like what has been your favorite project that you've been a part of?
I think The Kings of Comedy was one of my favorites. I mean, Scary Movie I liked a lot because Charlie Sheen, I got to work on that movie with Charlie Sheen. And I remember I was writing a special then, and I remember writing this joke, and I said, I want Charlie Sheen and Whitney Houston to do a sitcom called 2.5 Grams, and and he didn't like the gig, but it was I've gotten a chance to do a lot of things that I really I'm blessed to be able to do what I dig, and one of the things I was really shocked by, because the first time I'd ever played the club was probably it was last year, 1.5 years or so, and I just you think it's just a small college town, but it was one of the best audiences I'd been around in a long time. So I'm looking forward to get back. Plus, the people that own the club are just first class. So I'm excited to get back there.
So, as Molly said, you've had this vast career. I see writer, you've been on CNN, a comic, all sorts of different things. When did you know that you were able to do all this stuff? Like, at what point in your life you're like, this is my calling?
You know what? When I didn't want to my mother said, "You gonna think you gonna BS your way through life?" And I went, "Yeah, I think I will." And I think that you never really know, but I think that I have. When I talk to people and we kind of go over the resume, it's almost like in the rearview mirror. Like there's a lot of fun when I did it, and obviously I enjoyed it. But it's like a wedding photo. You just take it out once in a while, but I never really think about it. I'm kind of on to the next thing. Like I'm writing a book now that'll be out, I guess in the spring, and it's Charlie's Boy, Ode to a Black Father. So I kind of just get to do what I want. I do radio all the time. I tour all the time. So it's just, I love what I do. I really love being out there. And I think the stakes are so high right now. There's so little to laugh about.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like everybody's mad at Bad Bunny. Like, I hope he doesn't say anything in English at all. Because I don't. Like, because all we do during the Super Bowl is eat. You're not going to hear Bad Bunny Spanish or the sound of your crunching nachos. And, like, that's, like, everybody says, I can't understand Bad Bunny. I can't understand RFK, so we even. So, I think anytime a dude who did, he did heroin for 15 years going to tell you that Tylenol is bad for you. Like, you better watch what you put in your body. Like, I'm like, but I think it's just so, the stakes are so, everything is so, I think, crucial right now. Like, I think out of all the things, and one thing I am worried about is traveling. I think if I wasn't going to pay anybody else, I'd pay air traffic controllers. Because all they got to do is pretend like they don't see you. All they got to do is go, I didn't see that plane.
Right. Yeah. So, Matt, enjoy your flight.
But it's just
exactly.
And Jim, enjoy your flight next week, too. Have fun.
Yes.
I kind of what you're saying there. Obviously, the stand-up comedian. You've done a lot of different things. You've spoken at the Democratic National Convention too. So how do you walk the line of there's very serious and awful things going on in the country, but also it's very healing to laugh at it. So how do you, and you do a great job of it, of walk those lines of touching on issues, but also being fun about it.
I just kind of do what it is. I never really. I make red cups. If you want red cups, I got them. If you don't, I understand. But I just do what it is I do, and even if I do something for somebody, they understand that I'm going to be who I am, and so I don't have that mechanism where I kind of go, this is what I do. This is, if you want me to do it there, then that's going to be something that you have to take the risk with. But I love getting on stage. I do love that now everything is so turbulent. The stakes are really high, and people are, on edge. Like, this whole Snap thing. There might not have been, like, I don't think a lot of people knew how many white people was on Snap. Like, there might not have been this many hungry white people at Thanksgiving since the Pilgrims. So I think that we just have this confluence of things that are happening, and I think the ability to laugh and to see the irony in them is important. And I think one of the things that comedy does, and I think to me the only art form that's capable of doing it time to date is comedy. And I think it's one of the last pure, art forms where the stand-up experience and that experience is tailor-made to whatever audience you're dealing with that time.
If you're enjoying DL Hughley as much as we are, again, Comedy on State, MadisonComedy.com is the site. There are tickets available for Saturday and 2 shows on Sunday, so you can go pick up some tickets and see DL in person. You said earlier you're golfing with Smokey Robinson. Who is the most famous, or the person that gave you the most, wow, I can't believe I'm just
your
hanging
holy bleep
out.
moment?
Not met, but you're actually friends with that you never thought you'd be friends with.
Well, two things. Once we were playing a gig, and it was when Charlie Murphy was alive, and we were playing the Forum. It was me, George Lopez, Sid the Entertainer, and Eddie Griffin. We were playing the Forum, and I went into Charlie's room to say hi, and I see all these leggy blondes on the couch, and I'm like, that's not Charlie's style. And out comes, I look around, and Eddie Murphy comes out and he's drying his hand. And I went, oh! And I said, who was the girl screaming? And it was me. Like, I didn't. The sound came out of. And the other one, I remember when I was playing golf another time. I was playing at this my country club, and I was playing with this guy. He was walking. And we started playing together, because you know how sometimes you'll have a tee time. They put me out together with it. And about the 11th hole, I went, hey. It was Matthew McConaughey, and I played with him 11 holes before I knew it.
Well, not to.
I think it was the weed. But yeah.
Well, Matt, I mean, obviously, DL, you guys won't overlap here in Madison, but I feel like you guys should connect because Matt loves to take people curling, and he's a big-time golfer. So if you ever, yeah, if you ever want,
and I'm not gonna play with a dude that curling. Yeah, I know.
Hey, I don't blame you for that. Ice is not forgiving, but the golf course can be. You said you remember. Where you remember?
Calabasas.
Ooh.
That's not where I played today, though.
Okay.
No, that's not where I played today. But yeah, I'm a member of Calabasas. So, but
out to LA, I'm gonna hit you up.
Just hang out with the Kardashians.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yep. For sure. It's when I started playing just because everybody plays, like everybody. But the thing I love about this guy, who did I play with? There was somebody who was an Olympian. What did he play? It was somebody we played with that was Olympian. What was he? But it was a Winter Olympics, so I didn't see it.
Yeah, fair.
The winner.
Have you ever had any like on-stage experiences where the crowd is just not reacting how like you wanted to? Like I just picture,
Sure.
I think that just stand-up seems like one of the hardest jobs because I would be like crawling into my shell if people weren't laughing at my jokes.
But you know what it is? I think that when you've been around for a long enough time, you have to take what the guy. I think it's arrogant to believe that you know when they're gonna laugh and how they're supposed to. I mean, obviously, if you have done it long enough, you kind of know where the creases are. But it's arrogant to believe that every audience feels the same way and that they all have the same temperament. So I literally just kind of take it as it comes. So I don't take it. I've been around long enough where I know what to do if things aren't going my way. But I'm not. I think that there are no such thing as audiences that aren't great. I think it's just sometimes you're not kind of hitting the notes you'd like to. But every time I get out there, there's something. I can say honestly, every time I've ever been on stage, I remember something about that audience every time I've ever performed. Whether it's
awesome.
The way somebody laughed, or what I wore, or what I drank, or what. I remember something about everything, and I probably have done it 20, 30,000 times. And that's how connected it is to me. That's how it's very cathartic to me. So I'm just glad to be out there. And so I don't take it I try not to take it so personal.
So yeah, make yourself one of DL Hughley's memories by going to Comedy on State, MadisonComedy.com, and Saturday and Sunday shows.
It won't be as good as the curling memory. It won't be as good as the curling.
DL, thank you so much for being so generous with your time. Made us laugh very hard. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I'll see y'all soon, man.
All right, we'll see you later.
Thank you.
That was DL Hughley on Jim, Matt, and Molly. I'm Jim Rutledge alongside Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton. Shout out to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison for having us out. And Matt, we are looking forward to watching you on Peacock and cheering you on. Tell everyone what you're doing real quick before we let you go.
Yeah, the curling Olympic trials are this next week, starting next Monday. Goes through hopefully just Saturday, could be Sunday. There's a best of 3 final, so the top 2 teams will duke it out in a best of 3. Hopefully it's us and we win the first 2, so it's over Saturday, but it could be on Sunday. During the week, we play at noon and 7 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday starts the tiebreaker and final series. So should be a good time. Looking forward to it, and hoping for the best. Hoping to get another crack at representing the United States.
Well, good luck, Matt.
Good luck.
Ryan, do you have anything to say to him?
Sweep.
Good luck, Matt.
If I do win, there's like another tournament that I have to go to prior. There might be a practice weekend, and then a whole month out for the Olympics.
No, I want you to win because if you get more famous, that makes us more famous.
That's true. All right, here's the thing: I might need to take a little more maternity leave. If this works out.
Oh, good.
I'm so beating you.
What do you? All right, quick prediction then, Matt. Based off of how you perform and how the Packers perform, what do you think their record will be by the time you get back? Over the time you're gone. So starting with the Eagles game, what do you think the record is for the Packers?
The Packers play to the level of the opponent. I think they're going to beat the Eagles.
They're going to beat the Eagles, but then if you keep winning, you said you'll be gone longer, right?
Well, it would mean I'll be back, so I might miss the next Sunday game. Who do they play after the Eagles?
They play the
Giants. Oh, and they didn't win that. So by the time I come back in these airwaves, the Packers will have 2 more wins.
Okay. There we go.
All right. Well, it's been Jim, Matt, and Molly. Presented by Coors Light.
See ya.
I was afraid that college